First one to answer that question. Uh, you could be the first one of a prize. I don't know what it is, but then you have to, you know, like shoot me your email. I guess I gotta just shoot you an email and you send me your mailing information. So I'm headed to the movies. I'm pulling in. I am extremely earlier than I usually ever could be, which is like, for argument's sake, like 25 minutes because just as much as, they're like, the start time of a movie that's posted, for many of you should already know this, but for some who don't, that is the start time of the credits, and you've got like 10 minutes till the movie starts. The most I've seen is like, I'd say it's 15, but that's pushing it. So 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. Okay, 7.5 to 10. I really want to say 8. We don't say 7.5 to 10 minutes. So, yeah, got some really cool potential uh content that I'm going out. Switch it up for you guys. Because overall, I know like I just be talking about whatever the hell is going on and my emotions when the just 100% female in me comes out, and then we got the what is it, the uh I lost my train of thought. uh oh yeah, and then when I'm eating and stuff. So it's a Wednesday night, and I'm so random, especially, so we never know, but that's just my whole thing. It's life is a freestyle. I'm not having one particular base. My base for sure is just like life, living life. Somebody who, people would say, hey, obviously you have no this or you have no that. And whether I have it now or have had currently is neither here nor there. I have experience in this and that, and I'm still experiencing all of this by even like doing this here. This is so crazy. But I am determined. You know what I'm saying? Brisk Cruise 60. It's a 60/60. Yo, what's up? I wonder, like, do you type in hi and um, or does it just automatically? I'm just, sometimes I just wonder. You said that we are the best. You are the best. Yes, we're the best at what we are that day. Whether we crying, mad, happy, you know, rich in life, mind, we're the best of it at that moment. Always be. I appreciate. Heck yeah. Reminding me, and I'm reminding you to remind us all. And Shikwabeya, Shikbi, Chikwi, Chikwabeya, if I pronounce it wrong. Hey, what's up? So as I was saying, because I just kind of, my whole point about doing live is when I feel like, hey, I got a thought. I'm a whatever. I don't consider myself a Chiki Bedia. Bia. Chiki Bia. Um, for me, like this platform, as much as I'm like, I definitely, when I'm eating something, I want to be like, hey, we eating again. And, because I am. We are, I am. Hey, let me try this. I'm not so much as like on purposely just doing few reviews. I'm freestyling life and freestyling my way. And this is part of it where I'm like, I can, I do, I want to. What is it, about like 13, 15 years when I had like my real divorce compared to my paper divorce. Thank you. Bless your heart. Bless our hearts. Yes. Our hearts, we are blessed. Remind ourselves that we are blessed no matter what. But like life is such a big, cool, interesting lesson, you know. like I'm a parent, so to understand and watch the levels of life, and then thinking about how my mom, her parenting me, it's like that just alone, that's an adventure. We all just freestyling it, you know. I'm just for sure not afraid to just call it what it is, and understand that I'm also not afraid to do it, and that's like live my life in a freestyle type manner, you know. So where it's, hey, from one way to another, I don't have time to just be having a routine, you know, because there's too much out there. That's one thing I give, you know. My mom was one of those, she lived her life where she followed the addiction train, but she went from the best cocaine to the bullshit. So with that, I'm like, hey, kudos to my mom. You know, now I'm like, I can understand how to love her. You know, because some of us don't understand how to love our parents. You know, the first like, shoot, depending on how long you live. Especially now when I look at it, I'm just now getting to the halfway mark. Now I can understand and respect, you know, the life my mom was living, because we're all on this. Every generation has a trials and tribulation of what's gonna be the like oh snap kind of thing. But anyway, just so you know, I'm sitting at the theater, and where I'm at, if you're over 50 on Mondays, I mean on Wednesdays, they'll allow us to come to the theater for $6, and we can get a small popcorn for $3 when it's regularly, what's that say, $8, $8.50 for a small, or $8 for a small, $8.50 for a medium, $9.25 for a large. Yes, bless us. And just remind you, the blessing is, I'm gonna remind you that you blessed no matter what. It's up to you. To receive it is just to believe it. See, because I can say, hey, give you some blessings, but if you don't believe that you're gonna be blessed, that you deserve to be blessed, and all this, we're all deserve to be blessed. Even the man on the street asking you for $1 to do what it is he wants: buy a beer, buy a cigarette, buy a candy bar, you know, buy some bread. You know, um, we're all we all blessed, no matter what. Just going through what we choose to go through. Just understand, once we especially understand that um, we're in control of every situation we're involved in. But anyway, I'm at the theater and I'm going to see the movie Mercy. Has anybody seen that? And I'll definitely let it be known, you know, hey, my opinion. You know, my opinion to some doesn't matter so much, but to one it does. When I just get one, you know, like it's some random thing, you know, those little shorts, I'm like, I really appreciate that you guys let me do that, you know. But anyway, so like I said, I was just on here, like I had a few minutes, and I just thought like, hey, I would just say what's up because I can and I want to, you know, and I had a few minutes to want to do that. Um, and just kind of just to remind people, just overall, it's like, you know, it's not about. I think now I get it when I say like we got a short life, because at some point, for many people, they can really just, their ambition is gone, and you do get into this routine. I feel like some might get into a routine more than others if you don't, you know, compared to those who take on an adventure, you know, and continue with this adventure. To really, it's like, I'm like, I love this, not only just my life, but I love what created me to be here, to enjoy and to see all of like this beautiful world that it is. Um, there's so many, just as much as there can be places um, where people might say, hey, yeah, don't go there if you this or that, if you're purple or green, don't go there. Um, I found that hell, the place where it's supposed to be considered more liberal, they got more people that's against people that are purple or green. green and purple people against each other. And that's like, shoot. Um, Even if it's like just going to the movie, it's not about like having the hot box, and being able to watch movies. Just like a day or so after. I kind of like this popcorn. Even I pop my own popcorn, but I can't pop that kind of popcorn like that. you know. So I like to get that popcorn at the theater. And for $6, heck, once you like if you willing to play a slot machine or something, to take yourself out to the movie, $6, $15 should be nothing. And you do got so much amount of time. Like some people don't want to take advantage of it, but you got so much amount of time to be like, you know what, I don't want to see this movie anymore. Um, and you just want your money back. If there's nothing else you want to see, just that alone. To like trying out for a game show, people don't. They're just afraid that they just might get picked, and then they gotta answer to the fact, you know. So, like shoot. And like I said, I just had like a few minutes, and I just wanted to come on here just 'cause I could, not with one thing or the other, to put in that time. And like I was saying in the beginning, that I got some plans to definitely change around and have this channel more of going in a direction this year. So, but until then, I still just what they call like shenanigans is doing just things, and maybe I do nothing that anybody any different would do. That's just a regular person. Like I'm not here for one particular reason or another. He is ready. Now, see, people like bring in their buckets of popcorn, which I found is just like the $3 popcorn, but they spend like $25 for a bucket, and then it's like all year. But uh, I just saw something on my timeline that made me like think to like I want to go answer them. So if anything, like I said, now that the movie starts at 8, you got like 10 minutes, good 8 to 10 minutes to go see it. I'm gonna go jump in my club. That doesn't matter. Why am I telling you that? None of your business. I appreciate everybody that stopped by to say hi. And like I said, hey, the first one who answers, who knows this movie? When you think of love, do your heart beat round and round? Hot beat, come on, feet. Ha, ha. When you think of love, do your whole world turn around? Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, feet. Ha, ha. Answer that below. I'll let you know if you know. Peace. Movie time.